Good morning everyone, the MMDA are back on the road. Right now they're on Bambang Street in Manila City. I believe this is no parking both sides, so they're already moving in to issue tickets. And believe it or not, this car here is actually parked. It's pretty much in the middle of the road. There's no driver, it's just parked here. Amazing. What I noticed is beside where that car was parked on the sidewalk is a basketball hoop. That might be why he parked in the middle of the road, to leave space for people to play basketball. And you'll see it's not just cars, they're also advising people with motorcycles they're going to be ticketed. The Kagawad came out and tried to claim this vehicle, but when they asked for his license, he said he doesn't have one, so they said no, they need a licensed driver to come out and take a ticket to move the vehicle. Aside from TFSO, you also have MMDA Western here. All of these vehicles will be ticketed, either illegal parking unattended 2,000 or attended 1,000 plus obstruction 1,000. And over here they're also issuing tickets to these vehicles on the sidewalk. They have painted signs on the wall saying it's their parking, but actually it's a sidewalk for pedestrians, so they'll issue tickets to each vehicle. And over here they've lifted the cover on a car parked obstructing the sidewalk. They'll issue that a ticket. And further down the street you can see all these motorcycle businesses. Of course they don't have anywhere to park, so they're just here in the road. The problem they're going to have with these is they don't have any license plates, so the MMDA can't issue them tickets even if they wanted to. The only way they can issue a ticket is if the driver comes out. At least some of the drivers have come out already and handed over their license, so they will be able to issue tickets to some of them, but I'm not sure if all of them will be ticketed. It depends if their driver comes out. And if you look at these two cars here, you can see they've also got tickets on the windshield. Some people have now come out and they're asking for their tickets to be swapped from unattended to attended, but I think it's too late because the ticket's already issued, and when they were there at their vehicle there was really no driver. And you can see the ticketing continues over here. Not only is this vehicle parked where it's not allowed, but it's also on a corner, so they're issuing a ticket now for illegal parking and obstruction. Since there's no driver, that would be 3,000 peso. And over here they stopped this motorcycle. You can see both the driver and the passenger are without helmet. And over here they're taking down this tent. It's blocking one lane, and they're issuing a ticket to this jeepney for illegal parking, again occupying one lane. And over here one more motorcycle they stopped. The back rider wasn't wearing a helmet. And one more motorcycle over here, driver without helmet. He does have a license. And over here they stopped this motorcycle. You can see there's a young child squeezed between the mama and papa. No helmet of course. And over here you'll see they're issuing a ticket to this vehicle in front of the barangay hall. And they're also issuing a ticket to that vehicle over there. Illegal parking unattended, which is 2,000 peso. Obstruction, which is 1,000 peso. And the interesting thing with this vehicle is the plate is actually hidden. You might look at this and think, oh, it doesn't have a plate, but behind this metal here, and you'll see the tickets left on the windscreen. If the vehicle is not moved after 3 hours, another ticket can be issued. And over here you can see there are some tickets to all of these vehicles obstructing what should be the sidewalk, parked in front of this building. Unfortunately the spaces just aren't big enough, so any vehicle that parks here would get ticketed for obstructing the sidewalk. Although saying that, there's quite a lot of space at the front, so if they parked right up against the building, I think they would be okay. They wouldn't be obstructing the sidewalk anymore. As for the sidewalks in this area, they're mostly obstructed. If you look at this one over here, it's some kind of eatery. They've installed a second floor over the sidewalk, and they put steps on the sidewalk, they put chairs, tables. It's really, you know, a business that's taken over a public property. And I've been hiding these on the enforcers' bikes. Last year Booster C gave us so many of these to support the team, and I'm just trying to find fun ways to play with them, so I hide them on their bike, and then they find them later and oh, free drink. Let's see how good they are at catching. Yes, winner! Over here the PMP was pointing something out to the enforcer. I'm not exactly sure what, something to do with the tricycle I think, or maybe it's this vehicle that's double parked here. Of course there's two guys here from MTPB issuing tickets, and I don't mean violation tickets, I mean you pay 50 peso and you can park wherever you want ticket. The driver's just come back and the enforcer's asking for his license now to issue a ticket. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this man. I mean, at least he put a helmet on his child, but the child should be sitting on the back, and of course the daddy should also have a helmet, but I mean, at least he tried to protect the child. That's something. And over here is another example of what you can buy in Manila City. The owner of the shop said he's paying 3,000 per month for this road. Of course it's a 4-lane road, but if they block it like this it becomes a 3-lane road. And this is really installed in the road. You know, they've dug down and installed rebar into the ground. And yeah, he basically owns this piece of road as long as he pays 3,000 a month to City Hall. And actually, since there's a tricycle terminal on the other side, this is effectively a 2-lane road, so 4 lanes down to 2. So I'm not sure if they actually have a mower, but what they have produced are these tickets. I don't know if you'd call this a receipt, but you can see it's 3,000 per month, and they have a lot of them. Azures, you just told me why this is a triangle. Tell me again, why is this a triangle?
Because the energy will enter here.
Okay, so the energy, it's like the power of the pyramids.
Yeah, pyramid.
And let's put this one over here, so when he starts his engine, he'll have a drink. And it looks like the Bosch Sabersaw is coming back into action. I haven't seen this for a while, so it's actually cutting through okay. Maybe just a couple of minutes and they'll have this up. For this one, I use the hammer. And there you go. I think that will be confiscated by the team. Never mind, they're not confiscating it, they're giving it back to the owner. And there you go. And over here is a great bit of parking. You can see sidewalk fully obstructed, 1 lane of the road obstructed. They're just issuing a ticket now. And over here you can see one more motorcycle, back rider without a helmet, unfortunately. As far as I know, the MTPB do not enforce the helmet law in Manila City. That's why there are so many riders without helmets. I don't even include them all in the video because there's just too many, to be honest. Over here, one more motorcycle rider stopped, not wearing a helmet. And this is actually the second time this man has been in my video. I remember the team ticketed him a couple of months ago. Right now the team are looking at these tricycles parked here, these motorcycles here, this car here. One of the vendors just came over now. Apparently this is his motorcycle. So one side of the road is obstructed by them selling fruits and stuff like that, and the other side is obstructed by their vehicles, and then you just have a narrow space in the middle for vehicles to pass through. A few moments ago all of these stores were up to this line. They've now been pushed back, but of course as soon as the team leave they'll occupy all that space again. Over here you've got eateries on the sidewalk, chairs in the road. I'm not sure if these are here for any particular reason. And then further along, of course, you've got the road blocked. There are these kind of tents all over Manila City, often used to protect vehicles that are being parked. And over here the enforcer is issuing a ticket to this vehicle. It's parked on a corner here. The driver for this one did appear and he just got into the vehicle. He won't give his license, so they're writing out the ticket, but they're doing it as unattended plus obstruction, so that's 3,000. If he gave his license it would have only been 2,000. And over here one more motorcycle rider. Unfortunately he's not wearing a helmet, so that's 1,500. They're very lucky that the team just cleared this area, because if you realize how long it took the team to pass through here, you'd be amazed. All of the road was blocked, so this is why the MMDA do this. Now when it comes to illegal parking, you probably noticed a big improvement in the areas where the MMDA regularly operate. But when it comes to vendors, either on the sidewalk or in the road, you don't notice too much difference. Same with the tents all over the road. The reason is there's no penalty. If you're illegally parked, you get a ticket that's going to cost you 2,000, maybe 3,000 if they add obstruction. But when you're doing your business on the sidewalk or in the road, there's really no penalty. Confiscation happens, but it's very, very, very rare. So that's why you see a big improvement in illegal parking, but not so much in other obstructions on the road and sidewalk. Over here you can see another tent that's been taken to the side street. Over here you can see one of the water pumps still in use. That's good. Over here you can see someone is taking down this tent that's in the road for a sky. And over here they're trying to stop this man on a motorcycle, no helmet. Seems a little bit hesitant to comply. Looks like he's trying to give them cash. Unfortunately the driver doesn't have a license. Right now they're clearing this store. You can see they put their drink machine there. If you look, it's got an electrical wire and then it goes up here, and I wonder where it goes. Does it go into a meter or is it a jumper? It's hard to know. Over here another canteen on the sidewalk, another umbrella taken down, but I'm sure it will be put back up once the team leave.